Welcome to yoga. I thought we could do a series focusing on sitting postures. And so that's what my primary focus for this particular video will be. So grab your mat. Maybe you want to get a folded towel or a folded blanket to sit on if it's more comfortable for you. And let's get started. So I'm just going to turn so you can see more of what I am doing, since we will be seated. And let's inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, make a big circle with the arms. Palms touch overhead. Exhale to the heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale to the heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. And you want to lift up from your seat here. Sitting up nice and tall. Tuck the chin in slightly. Palms touch overhead. Exhale to the heart. Now let's check in with ourselves. Letting go of anything we were doing today before we got to our mat. Tapping into our 3-part breath. Maybe even tapping into our Ujjayi breath. Excellent. And big circle with the arms, palms touch overhead. Draw the hands down the midline and bring the right hand to the left knee, left hand behind the tailbone, lifting nice and tall. Turn and look over the left shoulder. So nice and gentle here. Inhale, unwind, palms touch overhead. Again, bringing those palms down the midline. And then this time, left hand to the right knee, right hand behind the tailbone, twist and looking over the right shoulder. A couple more times, we're just warming up the body, warming up the spine. Exhale, twisting to the left. Maybe try and get a little deeper into the twist here this time. And then as you inhale, sweep the left hand up and then over towards the right knee. Bring the left hand to the right knee. Inhale and look forward. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, unwind. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, drawing the palms down the midline and then twisting and looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, sweep the right arm up and over towards the left. And then bringing the right hand to the left knee. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hinging from the hips. Folding in. Inhale, unwind. Palms reach up overhead. Exhale to the heart center. And let's stretch the legs out in front of us. And just give them a nice little shaky shake. All right, let's point and flex the feet here. Maybe try and separate the toes. Wiggle the toes. Excellent. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, lifting through the sit bones. Exhale, reach forward. And flex those feet for me. Inhale, reaching up with the hands and with the sit bones. Exhale, forward fold. And feel free here to bend the knees. And that was part of the reason why I wanted to sit on a side profile today, was just to kind of show you this. Because some folks, you know, they're not as flexible and they think, oh, yoga is not for me because I'm not flexible. And that's not true. So feel free to bend the knees. I have tight hamstrings myself and we adapt, right? So inhale, lift up through the sit bones. So this is how I might normally sit, but now look, I'm gonna lift up from my sit bones. Lifting up through the crown of the head. And then exhale, I'm gonna bring the upper body to the lower body, and I'm gonna hold here. And feel free to tuck the chin in. And of course, if you have a bit more flexibility here and you want to straighten those legs, that's fine. And let's say you don't want to just drape the fingers over the feet here. Maybe you want to do a little mudra. You want to, create a seal with the peace fingers and the thumb. That's fine too. Whatever works. Or maybe you want to grab the outsides of the feet. That's fine too. Whatever floats your boat. Excellent. Inhale, arms reach up overhead, lifting through your seat, lifting through the crown of the head. Exhale, forward fold. And we're just going to try to draw the hands up the legs. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Excellent. One more time, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. And hold. Maybe rock a little side to side, gentle. Excellent. And then come back to neutral, sitting nice and tall. I'm gonna turn so you can see. Let's bring the soles of the feet together and press them together. Press the soles of the feet together. And then cup the toes with the hands, okay? And then just flap. And the heels of your feet could be either closer to the torso or could be a little further away depending on your comfort level, right? So if you have a little bit more flexibility, maybe the soles of the feet are closer to the torso. Maybe they're a little bit further away. Or maybe yesterday you could have it very close to your torso and today that just doesn't feel right. You want to always honor your body's boundaries. So just flap, flap, flap those beautiful butterfly wings. Excellent. It's a great way to stretch the hip flexors, the inner groin area. Always good. And then hold. Again, we want to make sure we're sitting up nice and tall. So inhale, look up. Exhale, hug the elbows into the torso and then come forward slightly, like halfway. And then play with this a little. See how much further you can sort of hinge from the hips and come forward. And then once you've hit that threshold, just go ahead and tuck the chin in and curl in. Excellent, and release. Bring the right leg out at a 45-degree angle to the torso and bring the left sole of the foot to the inner right thigh. Flexing the right foot, we're gonna inhale and again rising through our seat, and we're gonna square off our torso to the right foot. And we're gonna exhale and we're gonna hinge from the hips and come forward towards our right foot. And just see what you can kind of catch. Maybe you can catch your toe, maybe the hand reaches the shin or the ankle. That's fine. That's perfect. That's beautiful. We're just gonna hold here for a minute. And then wherever you are, we're gonna inhale, we're gonna open the left hand out and just follow, allow your gaze to follow your left thumb. So we're gonna open the left hand out, flip the palm skyward and lift the left arm up and then over towards that right foot one more time. So we're gonna kind of create this rotation in the torso into this posture and position. Let's just hold for a couple breaths. You might feel a gentle stretch in the lower back. All right, now as we inhale, lift the left hand skyward and bring it on the outside of the left knee, about maybe 6 inches. We're gonna inhale and press the hips forward and sort of swing the hips up and forward, and we're gonna lift the right arm up and over, bringing the right sole of the foot to the earth. So I'll show you. Inhale, lift. So as if I'm drawing a straight line from my right fingertips down into my right pinky toe. So nice and long here. And feel free to look down at your left hand, pressing those hips forward. Exhale, release, coming back. Great job. And let's bring the soles of the feet together once more and just flap the knees up and down a little, just shaking it out. And now let's stretch the left leg out, bringing the right sole of the foot to the inner left thigh. Flex the left foot. Inhale, arms reach up, squaring the torso off with the left leg. Inhale, lifting through the seat. Exhale, coming forward. And again, we can either grab the toes, maybe the ankle or the shin. Just wherever you are today, that's perfect. And we're gonna hold for a couple breaths here, feeling a gentle stretch into the back of the leg, maybe even the lower back here. And then on your next inhalation, we're gonna open the torso, we're gonna open the right arm out. And again, allow your gaze to follow your right thumb here, and then lifting that right hand skyward, and then reaching it over towards the left foot. So again, you'll feel like this opposing rotation out as with the torso, as the right arm is reaching forward towards the left leg. And inhale, we're gonna do what we did on the other side. Inhale, we're gonna bring the right hand on the outside of the right knee, press into that palm, lifting, coming onto that right knee, lifting the hips forward, up and forward, and then the left foot is firmly on the earth. Inhale, lift the left hand up and over. So drawing a nice straight line from the left fingertips down into the left pinky toe, and feel free to look down at your right hand here. And release, slowly lowering back down. Excellent. Bring the soles of the feet together once more and flap, flap, flap the knees. Excellent. Now come to sit in a Sukhasana, easy posture. Okay. Inhale, lift the arms up, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, palms to the heart space. And I'm just gonna turn so you can see a little better. This time we're gonna inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, palms to the heart center. Bring the hands in front of you on the mat, and coming onto the fingertips. And then hinge from the hips and walk the fingers forward, walk the hands forward. once you feel that you've reached the threshold and you can go no further, tuck the chin in towards the chest and then plant the palms onto the mat. And then see if you can inchworm your hands just a little bit further. And feel free to rest the forehead on the mat here. And just enjoy this gentle stretch. We're just trying to counterbalance some of the effects of sitting all day, or the linear effects of how we live our lives, right? We sit in our cars and we drive, or we sit at our desks and we type. And so, utilizing some of these postures can be helpful to counterbalance the very linear functions that we engage with in our day-to-day lives. Inhale, look between the thumbs, and come back onto the fingertips, and then walk the hands back until you come back into a seated posture. And let's come onto all fours. I know it's not a sitting posture, but I feel like a couple cat-cows would be great here. So let's bring the palms to the mat and swing the ankles around, coming into a tabletop posture. Again, we want our wrists under our shoulders, our knees under our hips. And inhale, drop the belly. The gaze looks up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round through the spine and press the mat away from you, pushing the hips forward. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, drop the belly and look up for cow. Exhale, rounding through the spine, pressing the mat away from you for cat. One more time. Drop the belly, inhale, look up. Exhale, rounding through that spine. Excellent. Big toes touch behind you and come into a child's pose, forehead to the mat. And bring the arms on either side of you with the palms facing up in this child's pose. And just allow the shoulders to melt over the knees. Excellent. Stretch the arms out in front of you. Walk the hands over towards the right. And then once you've reached that threshold and you feel like you can't reach towards the right any further, tuck the chin in and then just breathe into the left side of the body. Inhale, look at the hands, walk the hands through center and then over towards the left. And again, once you feel like you cannot reach any further towards the left, tuck the chin in and then breathe into the right side of the body. Inhale, look at the hands, walk the hands back through center. See if you can inchworm the hands a little bit further away from you, and then bring the forehead to the mat and just breathe here into the back of the body, into the tailbone. Excellent. Come to table, cross the ankles behind you, and come to sit once more in a Sukhasana easy posture. And I just want to do a little neck and shoulder stretch for us before we close out. So sitting in a Sukhasana easy posture, let's do some options here, okay? So we could do cow pose is it cow pose, cow face? So one way we could do that is let's bend the right knee, bringing the sole of the foot to the earth, and bring the left heel towards our sit bone here. And then once we've done that, we'll just stack the right knee on top of the left, like so. Maybe this is too much for you. Maybe it's uncomfortable, right? Always want to honor the body's boundaries. So if this is uncomfortable, here's another option. You could do fire log with the leg, right? So you would have your left leg almost as a Sukhasana easy posture, but in this one you're going to stack the right knee on top of the left foot and then the right foot on top of the left knee. So it kind of looks like little fire logs. So that might be another option. If this is also uncomfortable, no problem, I got you. We'll just go into a Sukhasana easy posture, right? Crisscross applesauce. So whatever works here, okay? I'm gonna try cow face for today. And as you can see, the soles of my feet are not necessarily planted on the earth. In terms of my right foot, it's sort of at an angle with the side of the foot touching the mat. It all depends on your level of flexibility and what you'll be able to do here. So the key is that you want to sort of tuck the feet close to the sit bones, close to the torso here. Spine is nice and tall as always, and I want to do eagle arms. So let's inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, palms to the heart center. Inhale, arms reach out, and here's some options. So if you're very tight in your shoulders, you're gonna bend at the right hand and sort of bend at the right hand, bend at the right elbow. There we go, that sounds better. And bring the left arm across the body like so. So the right palm will face forward, the left palm will face behind you like so. And this is if you're tight in the shoulder blades, right? And see if you can just lift the elbows up towards the face as you do this. Now, if you can do eagle arms, and I encourage you to try it, we're gonna cross like we did to start with, but then we're gonna sort of twist the hands, the arms around so that the palms touch, like so. And then we're gonna lift the elbows towards our nose and inhale, tuck the chin in very slightly, and hold for a couple breaths. Soft smile. This is supposed to be fun. Excellent. And inhale, unwind. Palms reach up overhead. Exhale, the palms to the heart center. And let's unwind our legs as well. Stretch them in front of us. Maybe tap, tap, tap. Maybe shake them out. Whatever feels good here. All right. And now we're gonna bend the left knee and bring the left sole of the foot to the earth. And we're gonna slide the right leg underneath the left knee here and bringing that heel close to our sit bone. And then we're gonna cross the left knee on top of the right knee, okay? And again, we wanna just kind of tuck those feet towards our sit bones. And whatever you did on the other side, we're gonna do it on this side in terms of the arms. So inhale, arms reach up, exhale to the heart center. Inhale, open the arms out. And this time, we're gonna bend the left elbow so that the palm faces us and the right arm comes across facing the wall behind us, and then bend at the right elbow to bring the palms to touch. Inhale, lift the palms towards your nose, tuck the chin in slightly, and breathe into the back of the heart chakra here. Excellent. Inhale, unwind. Palms reach up overhead. Exhale to the heart center. Stretch the legs out. Give them a shake-a. All right. Bring the legs back in for Sukhasana easy posture. Let's do some gentle neck stretches here. So sitting up nice and tall. Bring the chin to the chest and take a couple breaths here into the back of the neck. The palms are just relaxed on the knees. As you inhale, bring your right ear to your right shoulder and hold. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to the left shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, this time we're gonna do a full circle with the neck. So inhale, right ear to right shoulder, lifting with the heart chakra. The gaze is to the ceiling. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder, chin to chest. Now, if you have any, contraindications with the spinal column and the neck, I would encourage you not to do this, but instead to just simply go ear to shoulder and then back to the chest. So kind of what we started with, right? Chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder. But otherwise, feel free to do some gentle circles with the neck here towards the right, if you feel so inspired. Bring the chin to the chest, and now let's reverse. Inhale, left ear to the left shoulder. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder, chin to chest. Just a couple circles now to the left. And chin to chest. And then I wanted to close this out with one more thing before we close out. So stretch the right leg out, stretch the left leg out. And we're not trying to be perfect. We're just trying to do some gentle stretches here. So both feet are flexed. Bring the hands in front of you on the fingertips. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, walk the hands forward. And you'll probably not be able to get very deep into this forward fold because we haven't done a whole lot of other postures. But just in the interest of, utilizing all of the sitting postures today, or as many as I could use in this short amount of time. So coming forward, maybe rock the body. So we want to hinge from the hips, but it's also okay if once we reach that threshold that we sort of round and tuck the chin in slightly, and then just sort of rock the body very gently from right to left. If you want to, again, create a seal or grab onto the toes, that's also fine. Again, we're not trying to get very deep into this posture as we haven't properly warmed up the body. We're just trying to do some gentle stretches today. Excellent. And then walk the hands back so that you come into an upright seated posture. And come back and sit in your Sukhasana easy posture. Actually, I think we'll close out lying down. Yes? So let's come and lie on the mat. So bring the knees, bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. Inhale, lifting up, reach the arms out. Exhale, slowly lower to the mat. Excellent. Hug the knees to the chest and rock the body a little side to side, left to right here. Excellent. Hug the right knee in, stretch the left leg out. And hug the left leg in, stretching the right leg out, flexing both feet. One more time on each side. Hug the right knee in, stretch the left leg out. And hug the left knee in, stretching the right leg out. Great job. Tuck the chin in slightly, elongate the back of the neck. Excellent. Inhale, point the toes, stretch the arms overhead, nice and long, from fingertips to toes. Exhale, knees to the chest, forehead to the knees, round the spine. One more time, stretching nice and long, fingertips to toes, point the toes, take a deep breath. Open the mouth and sigh. Hello. And bend the knees to the chest, bring the forehead up to the knees, round the spine. And since we are aiming to do sitting postures today, excuse me, we're gonna rock up and down on the spine very gently, using that momentum to bring us back up into a seated posture. And let's just tap into, affect the sound, Betty. Okay. Inhale, big circle with the arms, palms touch overhead. Exhale to the heart center, sitting up nice and tall, close the eyes. Tuck your chin in slightly, soft smile. Fluttering the eyes open. I want to thank you for joining me for this practice today. I hope you've enjoyed this sitting series. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. If you want more videos like this or if you're looking for something else, I always welcome any feedback. Until we meet again, namaste.